album is entitled Interstellar Black Space. Essentially, I kind of, I got inspired, this past, I guess just the last few years, just watching a bunch of space-related movies. And every time I would hear like these it would always be this, it's always like this main, scene that happens in a space movie where they're like traveling to another planet or they're going to another something. And they play this music and it's always like, the Major Tom song, the David Bowie joint, and I just was like, I wonder if I can create some space-like music, and that was kind of like the inception, for this project. I was like, I'm gonna try to just create some music for astronauts, The short story of Brandon Coleman. Brandon Coleman. No, I'm joking. I don't know if it's a short story. I mean, essentially, I grew up in Los Angeles, playing drums, really sucking at drums. And, somehow, my mom kind of essentially made me, play organ at church, which I didn't play anything. I was like, this is crazy. I don't play piano. I play drums, Mom. It's a very different thing. But she's like, oh, if you play drums, you can do it. Just figure it out. Just, and I started playing keyboard or organ at church. And from there, I started doing gigs around town and picking up stuff, and the rest is history, I guess, Thundercat and I, we were in like grade school together, him, his brother, Ronald Brunner, and I were like in the same age category. And, eventually, we started seeing Steven with a bass. I always knew Ronald played drums. I kind of played drums, but Ronald was like the real drummer. I was just like, a novice, to a certain degree. And I think just over time, I think I eventually moved in with Kamasi. I think Kamasi was my first roommate. And, it was like an instant connection there, between him playing video games and stealing my cranberry juice. But, and my banana nut muffins, he knew what I liked and he would just eat them, so. Kamasi! No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I think just over time, we just, just kind of fell in with these guys somehow. Universe put us together. It's such a tough one. I mean, I would say somebody like Barbra Streisand and Herbie Hancock. Maybe like George Benson. He's just he's still like, I like some of these people who are like still like, who are like up in age, but they're like still like, masters at their craft, The last time I saw Barbra Streisand's show, I was just like amazed by just her tone. I just, and I love her arrangements too, her arranger. So, it's just like, I think I could do something with her that would be very interesting. I would love to do some music for film. I'd also like to do some directing. I've been working on a few script ideas for, just like some animated series type things, so, and definitely probably starting my own record label at some point, doing
Sounds
my
amazing.
Barry Gordy, Quincy Jones, Fly Low thing,